Previously on the Mighty Mo, I depart the Missouri River headwaters on June 2nd in search of adventure and art. After over 2 months of river living, I paddle my way across Montana and North and South Dakota. I also join a rendezvous on their way to Sioux City, Iowa, and make new river friends. I have now reached the lower Missouri River, where the channel is deep, the current is swift, and each mile is marked by a blue sign that tells you how much further until the end. I am now just about 700 miles from the confluence with the Mississippi, which doesn't seem very far at all. My name is Steve Snell, and welcome to Adventure Art on the Mighty Mo, a painting show about paddling the entire Missouri River. Over the course of 3 months, I will paddle over 2,300 miles. I will live in a tent. I will look for adventure. I will paint a lot of paintings. This is Adventure Art on the Mighty Mo. Well, back on the river after Poppin' Docks for a nice stop for lunch. Hoping to put in a couple more hours before camp. Keeping my eye to the west. Looks like storms could be coming, but it's hard to tell, to be honest. Whenever I hear thunder, it turns out it's just a Harley-Davidson motorcycle. So I'm gonna keep paddling and hopefully find myself a nice beach here in a few hours. $6.89. Here we are. That's how many more miles to St. Louis. It's 3:55 in the afternoon. Moving quickly. Oh, hello. Well, I'm all set up in my camp here on a sandbar, just a little bit downriver from Decatur, Nebraska. And I have time to paint, so that's what I'm gonna do. Welcome to Adventure Art in the Mighty Mo. My name is Steve. Let's go paint. Paint that. Hi. Painting here. Not quite done, but I'm getting there. I always paint better when I don't turn on the camera, I feel like. Now the camera's on. We'll see what happens. Oh, good morning. Welcome back to Adventure Art of the Mighty Mo. Just leaving my little home here for the last, I don't know, 12, 14 hours. Little sandbar behind the Wingdike, just south of Decatur, Nebraska, on the lower Missouri River. And it is one of the most beautiful mornings I've seen, and as long as I can remember. I don't know, I shouldn't say that. Every morning's beautiful. I just like it because There's a little bit of cloud cover. The sun is still out. The temperature is like somewhere in the low 70s right now, rather than scorching hot and humid. No black flies biting my ankles or back or knees or anything. Plenty of sand. No people, no cows. What more could I ask for? I got to make a painting this morning. I made a painting last night. And I'm just happy. So I'm gonna try and make some miles. See what I see. That's my plan. And up ahead is Blair, Nebraska. Ooh. Wow. Bison bone. This might count. Don't go anywhere, boat. There are toads all over this place. I don't want to step on them. Hello, little guys. They're all through this little brushy area. Oh, there goes another one. Well, might have a nice little chorus here later. Maybe they eat mosquitoes. I don't think so, but I haven't been bitten yet. Bullfrogs. Those are gonna be I think this might be a noisy camp with bullfrogs. Oh, it's a plane. Cool. It's not a boat. And the toads are out. I see two right now in front of me. Good morning. Welcome to Adventure Art on the Mighty Mo. This morning I'm looking at a place called the Chute National Wildlife Refuge. It's just across the street from me here. And beautiful morning here on this little sandbar that I call Toad Island. There's toads everywhere and they get into everything. And we're here to paint. So let's get started. I'm already starting to map out my composition. I'll flip the camera around so that you can see and get to it. hope I didn't forget anything. And good morning, once again. That's the way to build, on stilts like they do on the beach. Awesome. What is it? Airport landing strip, of course. Yeah, it's tempting to pull up my boat. I could just park it right there on that little sand. Shimmy up the scree, little riprap. Go play a few slots. I've never played a slot actually. I'd go straight to the all-you-can-eat buffet. That's what I'd do. I'm sure they have one. But is it worth the possibility of losing one's boat? If you didn't know, I think a lot about food out here. Flowing with the river here. I'm looking right up here, seeing a sandy beach bar and more here. I think this might be camp. And this is where I stop, I believe. I think I found my home on the Platte. Unfortunately, the water is not so clean looking. It's still a paradise, but just a little dirty. But the sand looks nice. And I don't see any footprints. I don't hear any cows. I don't see any cows. So, ooh. Do you see that back there? That's my new fear. The flying carp. Well, I'm actually quite happy right now with this spot. I mean, you do have a bridge over there and, you know, the traffic. I can hear a high 29 over here. But you got a full moon rising over here, or a nearly full moon. You got tons of sandbar with no people footprints. You got a Lewis and Clark campsite right over those bushes. And then out here, just watch. I'll just let them be for a second. Tons and tons of carp. Tomorrow's gonna be like a minefield to get out of here, I think. Hello, and welcome to a shirtless edition of Adventure Art on the Mighty Mo. At least the beginning will be, as it is getting hot, and I don't want to get my shirt all sweaty before I get on the water. So where am I? I'm at the confluence of the Platte and Missouri Rivers. It's actually a Lewis and Clark campsite. I think it's just like right over there somewhere. I tried to get up there and look around, but it's really brushy. I don't know, I'm right at the tip. I'm on a nice little sandbar. I call it Goose Island because there's goose poop everywhere and goose prints everywhere. But luckily, no geese. You can see the braided channel that forms the Platte River. I believe the Platte starts in either Wyoming or Colorado and then cuts across Nebraska all the way to here. And once it joins the Missouri, it'll apparently add another mile per hour or so to the current. It's a different river. It's many more trees, a lot more riprap, a faster channel. And then I noticed as going through Omaha that, and I hate to say this, especially landing here, it just seems dirtier. Not a lot of stuff floating by debris-wise, a couple bottles here and there, but just like the sludge that lines the shore right here. I think yesterday was the first time that I got out of the boat and I'm like, don't really want to put my feet in. At least right here. I know it clears up in other areas down below, but it's just a congregation here of what I've heard called river shit. I'm dirty enough, right? I think I should just get to it. I've been yapping here for a few minutes. The sun's only getting hotter. Probably gonna need to put a shirt on here shortly. So let's paint. I'm just gonna get a little bit of blue. Just a little bit. Just try and line that in there. It's a really neat spot. I was really thankful that the camping worked out here because on the maps it looked like a crapshoot. I didn't know what it would be like paddling up the Platte River. I mean, I barely came in on the Platte, but there's like no current at all. It's all just sandbar, and I mean, I don't know how this adds a mile per hour, but apparently it can. Maybe after more significant rainfall, I'm sure. But pretty easy to paddle up today, or yesterday, and today. I got about 30 miles today, as far as I can tell, to get to Nebraska City, Nebraska, where I'll be meeting a river angel as well as some old friends from my days living there. I only lived there for a summer, and actually that's where I first got into the river. My wife was working there, and we were getting ready to move down to Kansas City the next fall. So I spent a summer in Nebraska City, actually. Of all things, building a cardboard replica of Lewis and Clark's keelboat. I had this dream I was going to float it on the river, right? All the way from Nebraska City to Kansas City. It was going to be such an adventure. That's a whole nother story. But one day, I was going for a run, and I ran down to the boat ramp at Nebraska City. And when I got there, I saw a guy in a kayak at the ramp, loading it all up with stuff. I had never seen anything quite like it before, so I said, "Where are you heading?" And he looked at me and he said, "The Gulf." And I said, "Of Mexico?" And he said, "Yeah." And I was like, "I didn't know people did that." And he said, "Sure. There's a whole Facebook group. You can see everyone's trip. It's called Missouri River Paddlers." And then he told me about the book, The Complete Paddler, because I told him about my trip, and he's like, "Well, if you want to get on the river, it's full of information here." And that just kind of led me on this path to right now, really. It's funny how life works out. I mean, maybe I'd be on the river without meeting him. His name was Alan. But I have the feeling it may have not. And it really all just happened because I was at a boat ramp one day and asked a question. You don't know where life might lead you. Just like I don't think I would have ever got my job if I hadn't built a boat in the shape of a couch. That's another story. But I truly believe it. My couch boat led me eventually to my career doing what I do, adventure art. Okay, I'm getting a little lost here. Need to not talk so much and just paint. Like my camera just went out though, so maybe this is a good place to call it quits. Present the Platte, confluence with the Missouri River. Thanks for watching Adventure Art on the Mighty Mo. My name's Steve. I'll see you on the river. I need to put a shirt on. As always, it's been fun.